Hello, everyone, and welcome to the SavvyCast. This is Jamie, and I am so glad that you are joining us today, whether viewing on YouTube or listening to the podcast. Today is going to be a short episode, but a fun, informative episode. We are starting 2022. Many of us will be doing dry January. Many of us may not may be teetotalers. Many may do a little of both. So I have invited my friend, Melanie Robinson, on Instagram. She's Mel's Healthy Meals. She is a must follow. Absolutely, you must follow her. She's fabulous. Melanie is here to share with us the how to make a cocktail tutorial. It's for those of us who are not quite mixologists, but want to learn how to mix a mocktail that's healthy, beautiful, fun, with no regrets. Melanie, thank you for joining us on the SavvyCast.
Thank you. I had so much fun on the live with you yesterday. So I love that this is our follow-up and we can actually have a little bit more of a conversation of going in depth about ways to make it fun, ways to make it feel like you're not missing out, and kind of motivate our followers. For those who are doing a January dry out, it's just a great time to start that, just to see how your body will respond to not having alcohol. Right. So I am excited about it. I'm going to be doing it. And so I will be posting some recipes on my Instagram if you follow me. If you don't follow me, I'd love to share with you as well. But one of the things that I want to tell everybody is, if you're doing this, you need to have some things and had to be prepared so that you don't go in with these high expectations and then crash and burn. Okay.
Right.
One of the things that I recommend is having some things that you can go to. So if you are at my house, we're not big drinkers, but my husband does enjoy a bourbon every now and then. And my daughter have a glass of wine every now and then. And so they're not doing January dry out, but I am. So I'm going to have my go-to mocktails ready to go so that when we're having dinner or we're socializing together, I have my drink that makes me feel special. Okay.
I love that. So people
you
don't have to all do the same thing.
No. And you don't want to be empty-handed like, okay, well, they're all having fun and they're drinking their specialty drinks that they can't look forward to. What am I going to do? Just water or No, you're going to have fun too. So you're going to go and you're going to, first things first is you're going to find a pretty glass.
Love it. So you're going to enumerate. So y'all don't stop driving to take notes. It'll all be in the show notes.
I'll be in the show notes.
Melanie giving us exactly our steps. So first, pretty glass.
Pretty glass.
Love it.
I have actually, my children gifted me some Estelle wine glasses. Have you seen those?
I've seen your Estelle colored glass. It's beautiful.
They're so pretty. So I'm going to go and I'm going to pick one of those glasses, or I'm going to pick a rock glass that I would typically have. My go-to drink is a vodka tonic. So I'm still going to go to one of those glasses that I love. And I'm going to put a pretty cube of ice. You can go to any kitchen specialty store or Amazon, and you can find the molds that are round or square. The big cubes of ice. Okay. I mean, something about just that one little thing of putting that beautiful round piece of ice into your rock glass it just makes you feel special. Okay.
And do you ever put juice in that and like freeze juice? Or?
Oh, never thought about that. What a great idea.
Or you could even freeze club soda or sparkling water.
Or
you could even drop like some berries in it and have the frozen.
Yes, that's a great idea. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that and post that and tag you.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to put your ice cube in there. And then from there, your base is going to be, these are the ones I recommend as base.
Okay.
A sparkling water, a plain sparkling water. I like, it could be your favorite brand, but you got to make sure you're not picking a sparkling water with sugar in it. We don't want to go from being alcohol based to let me fill my body with sugar. So read your ingredients. If you don't have a favorite sparkling water, make sure you're looking on the back when you're at the grocery store and finding one that is just plain or one that's flavored without sugar. LaCroix is one of my favorite brands. Do you have a favorite brand?
I like that sparkling ice.
That's great.
I think it's made, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It's made, I think, by Coca-Cola. It's in those tall, and I don't think it has sugar, but it sure tastes like it does because I like a little sweet, but I do not think I can go get one and check. I don't think it has sugar at all.
We'll look and see, but if
I will.
It's fine if you're just starting out. But so that's going to be your base. Then there's a brand called Ritual Proof, alcohol free, zero proof alcohol, and they have tequila, rum, whiskey,
gin, and whiskey.
They taste great. And so have your shot glass. If you're mixing one of my go-tos, I love the gin, so I would put a shot glass of gin over that ice. And then you can use, like we used yesterday, ginger. You can buy that in a bottle, fresh ginger, or you can juice your own ginger. I put some ginger in there. You can put berries. I love to keep frozen blueberries, blackberries, frozen any berries. That's just pretty. Pomegranates are pretty to put in there. That in there. You can garnish with lemon, lime, or herbs. Like I love, one of my favorite things, and this is so simple, is you could put your ice, put a blackberry flavored LaCroix over the top, a squeeze of lemon, and then throw in some frozen blackberries over the top and garnish with a sprig of mint. So easy. And add your favorite non-alcohol to that. Okay. If you're a gin lover, add your gin.
You told, and you put it on your story and you shared it with all of us. So I ordered, even though I don't know that I've ever, maybe once or twice in my life have I ordered like a mixed drink. I was always going to order a glass of wine or Prosecco. Right. But I ordered it, and I ordered gin and tequila. Okay. Now I have had many a margarita. So I do like, does it taste exactly like?
Now, I had this discussion with a friend at the gym this morning. Of course, it's not exactly alike, but it's very good and very refreshing.
Okay.
Again, you just don't feel like you're missing out. Okay. That's your go-to. Also, there's a wine that we talked about.
Yes.
It's called H2, and then it has a heart. And I believe it's Bubble Sonoma.
Bubbles and Sonoma. Yes, I ordered.
Bubbles and Sonoma is the company. You order that on Amazon.
Yep.
That is actually a winery in Sonoma. It's distilled just like you would regular wine, but it's the alcohol is removed. Okay. And it's filled with antioxidants, all these great nutrients in this drink. So that's another thing. If you don't want to make a mocktail, then order one of those as your favorite.
What's your favorite?
I like all of them. The rosé is beautiful. And you know what? You would love the rosé because it's sweet.
Well, now, interestingly, this is interesting.
Okay.
I want dry. If I'm going to get a glass of wine or Prosecco, it can be semi-dry. I don't want it sweet. I want it dry or almost dry.
Well, you can read the descriptions. I think they've got 4 or 5 different varieties that they offer. Okay. But if you decide to order from them, use no alcohol code, no alcohol, type that in the code, and you get a discount. You get 10% off. But those come in big cans. And, like if I'm even going to a party and I know, I'm on my dry out January.
Right.
I'm not be drinking during that time. And I know I'm going to a party and there's full bar. I'm going to carry my cute little bag with my supplies in it. And then when I get there, I'm going to use one of their wine glasses to pour my drink into that glass.
And do you
So
just keep the bottle in your purse or do you just set it
just
at their
sit in the
bar?
bar area. So nobody's gonna get it. Trust me. Nobody,
Nobody,
nobody's
yeah,
going
they'll leave
for
it
it.
alone for
They're
sure.
gonna leave it alone. So take it to the party with you so you're not tempted.
Okay.
Another thing, because there's peer pressure, people. We know this. I mean, your girlfriend's gonna say, "Why aren't you drinking?" I
Mhm.
mean, even at 50,
I
in your
know.
50s, they're saying it's
Yeah,
crazy.
I know. It's
But if you
insane.
have something in your hand
He'll
that
leave
looks
you alone. So you take this wine to a party and you place it at the bar and you go back and get it when you need it. No one harasses you because you've got your glass with
that's
your
right.
non-alcoholic wine, which they don't know.
That's exactly right. Nobody's gonna say that nobody's gonna be thinking you're drinking non-alcoholic wine that looks
Yeah.
like wine in a glass. So you're covered, you're safe. You avoid the peer pressure.
Yeah.
So that's one tip I recommend. Let's say another thing, you're going to a bar, you're meeting all your friends out. Try to get to the bar. What you need to plan in your mind is you're going to go to the bar and you're going to get there early,
Mhm.
10 minutes early before everybody. And you're going to go to the bartender and tell him to A, make you his favorite mocktail, or B, you're just going to tell him you need club soda. My go to is club soda with a twist of lime, and tell them to put it in a rock glass so that you are carrying a cocktail glass around and you already have your drink.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
That's another tip.
Well, I'm just going to tell you, and Melanie, I know you're going to be like, ooh, but this is where there's a
Tell
little
me.
difference between Mel's Healthy Meals, which is the A team, and Family Savvy, which is maybe the C plus team when it comes to
Okay.
the healthy side. I'm going to
Okay.
have to add a little more, like maybe some Palm Wonderful or maybe some pure pineapple, no added sugar juice, just even if it's just a little. I'm going to have to make it as healthy as possible, but a little fruity or a little,
Okay. All right. You're
and
going.
maybe give us tips on doing that without
Okay.
breaking the bank.
Okay. All you have to do is as easy, as simple as can be. All you
Okay.
got to do is add a packet of stevia to your drink. It's not hard at all. Or add the palm, like you said, the pomegranate juice.
Okay.
Add a splash of that in there.
Okay.
Very, very easy to do.
Okay.
All fruit juices you can find grapefruit. One of my favorite things is grapefruit juice.
Mm-hmm.
You can find that 100% juice. Just look for one that says 100% juice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can add a fourth a cup of that juice into your cup. That's plenty of sweetener, and then add your sparkling water over the
Right.
top.
A
You have
fourth
plenty
cup
of sweetener.
of 100% juice. And it can be palm. I bought one yesterday, 100% juice. It was CERES and it was in like a box, that box like you get broth in. And it's
Yes.
Ceres, whatever. And it was 100% juice and it was coconut and pineapple, I believe. It was just like a tropical and
Right.
it did not take much. And what is a shot glass? Is a shot glass a fourth of a cup or 2 tablespoons?
I'd be lying if I told you that. I don't know. I just buy a shot glass. I'll tell you another thing to have that's great is a mixer. Do you have one of those mixers?
Yes, I do, from Williams Sonoma, just to mix up the occasional margarita. Mhm.
Yeah, that's great. You can
Yes, it
put
is.
lime juice in there, put your ice in there, put
Yeah.
even lemonade in there. You can put what is it, the lemonade that's not does not fill with sugar there by you, Crystal Light.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shake
I've
that
got,
up with
uh,
your tequila from Ritual. Shake that in that shaker, and let me tell you, pour that in your pretty margarita glass.
oh,
It's gonna taste great.
well, let me tell you, since you mentioned that. Okay. First of all, let's clarify a shaker. And I just got this at Williams Sonoma because you can make anything, virgin, non-virgin, and that it's a bottom and a top. And the top, the one from Williams Sonoma, you take it off and it's got all the measurements, fourth
Mhm.
cup, half cup, two cup. So
Yeah.
you measure everything in that one, then you put the top on, shake, 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 and then you've got it. But you mentioned Crystal Light. I want to tell you, Crystal Light, now it's back. It was gone for a while. Peach tea. Make that. That is a great base that tastes like you have got sugar. I do literally 2 tablespoons of simple syrup, and it makes that whole thing taste like it's. That is a fabulous mix with a sparkling something. It's fabulous. Peach.
Yes, peach. Okay, think about that. You could add any of those Ritual, a shot glass of any of those Ritual brands of non-alcoholic to that. Throw some fruit in there, your pretty ice cube. Okay, there's a brand called Swoon, SWOON, and it is a simple syrup that is made with monk fruit. And
Oh, where do you
it's
get that?
okay, every grocery store has this brand. I see it everywhere. Get that, and you could add a tablespoon of that, Jamie, to
Is
any of
it
those.
good? Does it taste like?
Oh, yes, it's great. I promise, it's great.
I have seen that because Swoon. Okay. And
Mhm.
you can add it to Crystal Light or anything.
Yes, and then
Okay.
here's another one that's really sweet. John came in last night after we did our live,
Light.
and
Mhm.
I had the diet cranberry juice in a glass, beautiful glass, with some raspberries, with a squeeze of lime, and I had it garnished with a sprig of mint.
Mhm.
And I had the rum from Ritual in there.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Oh my goodness, this is amazing." And it was sweet. The diet cranberry is sweet.
The
Diet
diet cranberry. All right, which diet
very
cranberry?
sweet. It was actually in cans, really small cans.
Okay.
Diet cranberry juice.
Cranberry or
Di
grapefruit.
Did I say grapefruit
I
earlier?
think you said grapefruit
No, I
first.
meant cranberry. I meant cranberry, guys. I meant cranberry.
Okay.
This
Well, let
red.
me just tell you this. Now, you may have a different situation in Hattiesburg. I went to 3 different stores yesterday. Can't find cranberries, that they're not in season. I think they're all gone, but I
Mhm.
saw that you put sugared cranberries in something, but I guess you wouldn't do that often because you don't do.
Okay. Do you know where those sugar cranberries came from? That cake, my red velvet cake that I
Oh,
made, that you inspired me to make, and then I had those for garnishing that red velvet cake. So I put those in a mason jar. I said, "Oh, this will be pretty for mocktails."
but I know you didn't use many because that's sugar.
I did too.
Well, that was a beautiful. I saw that on your feed.
I don't post all my secrets. I do eat a lot of junk. Just I don't post it.
Yeah.
And just
Oh,
not every day. Just not every day.
right.
So
So, Melanie, let me just ask you this. Do some of these mocktails that you've ever made give you a little bit of a buzzy, boozy?
you just got to be high on life.
You got to be high
Just
on life.
you just got to say, you know what?
Get your adrenaline at the gym.
For 21 days, I'm going to be high on life.
This is just a good.
That is the thing. You're not. I know somebody asked yesterday that they wanted a relaxing mocktail.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The only thing I could say possibly that might could help you is if you had, I wouldn't do a mocktail. This is what I would do for relaxing at night. I would go with a lavender tea.
Or melatonin
Lav-
too.
I have a lavender tea that I love, and I put my collagen powder in that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll put like essential oils in that. I love essential oil. So I'll put a
Mm-hmm.
drop of peppermint in that. And that is relaxing to me at night. But I do not know. There may be some out there. I don't know of a mocktail that's going to give you that
Right.
chill, relaxing that alcohol
Yeah.
does. I don't know that. So
Yeah.
you're just going to have to say high on life for 21 days.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And just see how, and you know what? When think about what you have to do really when you're doing, if you have the occasional glass or whatever, when you're doing this, you have to think about how fabulous your mornings are going to be and how you are going to feel so great when you wake up and hit the ground running and, just enjoy that mocktail, go to bed early.
Just
Uh,
use it as a season for, you know
reflection.
what? I want to see if I have the self discipline to do this. How fun is that? Challenge yourself.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what was fun to me was I cannot recall. I have been going to weddings for, think about how long we've been going to weddings.
Oh, gracious.
Okay, well, my first go to is go to the bar and get a glass of wine. That's what we
Mhm.
do. Meet my girlfriends for conversation, right?
Right.
Have that wine glass. And I had to self talk to myself, go, wait a minute, I'm going to all these social things. How am I going to navigate through this? Like, I want a glass of wine. Go to the bar, get my tonic water and lime. And it's nice to have conversations with people with full clarity.
Right.
It's nice to be the designated driver sometimes. It's
Mm-hmm.
nice to do things you haven't done. I mean, it's rewarding because it's change.
Yeah.
Change is good just to see how you navigate through these. Can you? Do you have the self-discipline? And like
Mm-hmm.
you said, it sure feels good. Now for me, Jamie, having 2 or 3 glasses of wine, which that's my limit,
Mm-hmm.
I feel groggy the next day. I don't feel good the next day.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So doing a little reset is good because your clarity, you sleep better.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the bottom line is alcohol is ethanol. It is a toxin. It's a
Mhm.
toxin that's got a lot of additives and, and they're grapes and all that. But the nitty gritty is ethyl, it's ethyl alcohol,
Right.
ethanol,
And your body's trying to get rid of it. Think
rid
about
of it.
that. If your body's trying to get rid of something and we're consuming it and we're trying to consume more of it, how good is it for you? I
Yeah.
mean, and let's think about if we're doing some of these mocktails that we talked about yesterday, and
Oh, healthy.
we're putting ginger into our body, which is immunity building, which
Mm-hmm.
is great for digestion. Or you're putting berries or all these things that we're talking about putting back into you and imagine how you're going to feel, how that's going to feel. You're going to feel
Oh,
great.
yeah. And there's just so much surrounded. Like my husband is a teetotaler. And I promise you, people who don't know him look at him and say, "Ooh, he's been at the bar too long," because he's the life of the party. And he is a teetotaler. So you don't have to, and there's a fine line. I mean, those of us who are, believe and try to live by the Bible, drinking's not a sin, but drunkenness is, you're not supposed to be getting
Right.
drunk. That's not a good Christian
Right.
witness.
And
And
sometimes I've been in a situation where I haven't planned on going to
I
the bar.
know that's exactly what happens. And it's like, ooh, I did, there's that's like a invisible line that, so many factors can come in. Oh, you didn't eat. Well, then what normally would be one just nice little glass of wine can, you never know. So if you're conscious and aware of that, there's just a lot of factors, but and also nothing will put weight on you, nothing like alcohol,
Nothing.
nothing, because your body is going to try to burn that first. So everything you eat is sitting there until after that alcohol has been burned. And yeah, that's another motivation for not,
I tell you
drinking
what,
too much.
seeing a middle section of your body shrink sure is rewarding.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
anyway, it's just fun. I think January is a great time to reset. I mean, if you're going to try it, I think January is the time to do it, or February, the
Right.
beginning of the year. But
Well, I bought all of the things you said. I know the people at Publix thought, boy, she is about to build a bar once she goes to the ABC store. They probably thought now she's headed to the liquor store. I had tonic water, club soda, sparkling Perrier, and they were looking. I had a buggy full, but I also had all my juices and all that. So I am so excited. I'm going to head to Williams Sonoma. Well, no, they're not going out of business. They're temporarily closing, but I'm going to get my cubes and fruit and do all that. And Melanie, thank you. And is there any other tips before we sign off for people who might be starting this
um,
journey?
just one more thing, I mentioned those 2 brands that are my favorite, but if you go to your liquor store, all liquor stores have non-alcoholic wines. Share with some brands that you love. If you do this,
Yeah.
share with us what you love. But those are just 2 of my go-tos.
Yeah.
But you can find non-alcoholic wine at any liquor store. Just do that if you need to find a brand real quick, but have something as your go-to. That's the biggest tip I can give you.
Well, that is great. Thank you for this, my friend. This is wonderful. And we're going to put this all on a cheat sheet, grocery list, your formula, and we'll even put links to our favorite beautiful glasses. Mine are VA tray. You love the SL. We need to link to our,
Yeah.
listen, nothing like a beautiful glass. You can't be putting it in, little styrofoam.
No red Solo cups, please.
Yeah, right. We got to make this beautiful. So,
No red Solo cups. So
oh,
thank you for having me, Jamie.
thank you, Melanie. And you have a fabulous rest of your day. And to all of you watching or listening, we appreciate your presence. And until next time, you have a fabulous rest of your day.